What's up, everyone? DKRACK here, and I'm about to check out 5 incredibly creepy and unexplained events caught on tape. This video here is by a channel called Top 5s. Like always, guys, I'll have a link to the original video down below. This is kind of a more scary video. I haven't checked out a scary video in a while, so I'm going to do that now. So let's check it out.
Before we get started with this creepy video, I want to say that if you're not already following Top 5s on Instagram, then you're missing out on behind the scenes photos that we post over there. Also, although a face reveal is unlikely, if it's going to be anywhere, it will be on Instagram, so don't forget to follow and keep up to date. A link will be in the comments and the description. With that out of the way, here are 5 incredibly mysterious photographs and videos, many of which I'm sure you've never seen before. As always, sit back and enjoy.
Sit back and enjoy.
This footage was caught in the Piedmont region of North Carolina in 2013. The camera was being used to track deer to see if they were active in the area. While this particular one was motion activated, and when the owner looked back at the footage the following day, he noticed a young girl appeared on one of the frames.
Oh!
The girl appeared at around 7 PM, and if you look closely at the top right corner, you can make out the image of a man behind a tree. People have pointed out that the girl does not appear to be dressed appropriately for the weather at the time, thought to be around 6
She's like a ghost or a demon.
and she doesn't seem to have shoes on. She only appeared in one frame, and although this may not seem strange at first, this was taken on private property, which belonged to the guy whose camera this was, and no local houses or even apartments are within half a mile. The question is, who is she, and what was she doing in the middle of nowhere, on private land? Some have of course said that she and the man could be ghosts. Others think maybe they were just lost and walking around. Today,
I'm sorry, but
Unexplained,
that's
and
creepy
the
as
man
hell.
said that it hasn't been tampered with in any way. What do you think?
I think it's a creepy ass ghost, that's what I
Virginia
think.
ghost. This next image was caught on a motion sensor camera outside a property in rural Virginia. The camera normally records in colour, but apparently the colour was drained out of this image, even though it was captured in daylight. Similar to the trail camera, this security camera takes still photos and is triggered by movement. What's even stranger about this image is that there are other cameras around the property, but this figure was not seen on any.
The face looks like it has a big grin on its face with big eyes.
Captured just 15 seconds after this one had full colour. At first it was thought that it was someone skinny dipping in their swimming pool, but the video camera that looks directly over the pool caught nothing. Others think it could just be a glitch or a bug, but the owner is looking for answers. What's your thoughts?
That doesn't look like a bug, that looks like a freaking human.
Photo. This is another trail camera clip. 2 friends from Finland bought a cheap one and decided to test it out by placing it in woodland, not far from one of their back gardens. They faced the camera towards a spot where they thought wild animals might be, and left it there overnight. While the next morning, they returned to see what they had caught. This was the first image. Not particularly interesting, although there are some strange dots in the bushes. The next night, they repositioned the camera and stayed nearby to see if they could see what was triggering it. They saw nothing and decided to go home and leave the camera there again.
These trail cams
However, shortly
pick
after
up
they
some
left,
creepy
the camera triggered
crap.
and captured this. The following night, they left it out for one more time, but on returning in the morning, the camera was gone. As they went back home, they
Camera
spotted
was
the camera
gone.
lying face down close to the backyard. Supposedly, the wire had been slashed, and after checking, they realised there were 4 photographs that had been taken. The last 2 are pretty much blank, but the first 2 are pretty interesting. The 2 friends got such a response on Reddit after posting them that they decided to set up a live feed. Although after
I don't see anything. What am I missing?
Or given us any idea of what they thought they caught.
Oh, it's like three eyes? That's creepy.
Connect camera ghost. This next one was uploaded by paranormal investigator Keith Weldon, to his channel Walden Paranormal.
Chill Seekers, that's cool.
The clip is from an investigation Walden and his team were called to in Rocklin, California. The owner of an antique store believes an antique couch she had in her possession was haunted, after she had experienced some strange activity around the building. The team set up a Kinect camera and waited. Initially, nothing out of the ordinary happened, but when the store owner started playing some old-style music on an antique gramophone, something bizarre happened. Take a look.
And then it has that figure over there.
The music alone is creepy.
Do you like the music?
Like, literally, like, got rhythm and, like,
Oh yeah.
It's dancing!
Man.
tapping the toes.
Yeah.
After the music gets turned off, this figure appears once again, this time sitting on the couch. It seems to be leaning back with its arm hanging over the side.
What the hell?
Yes.
It's holding your hand.
Yo, this is like off Ghost Adventures, if you guys watch that
The
show.
figure appears to be dancing in the left-hand corner of the screen. Then, when the music stops, the figure moves to the couch and seems to drape itself over it. Then it seems to hold the hand of the store owner, and when she gestures it, the figure seems to hug her. I'm not sure about Kinect cameras, but some swear it's the best way to monitor paranormal activity. What's your take on the footage?
That seems like something you couldn't fake.
This next video is a strange one. It was taken by YouTuber Cora MK2, who among other videos, uploads dashcam footage taken while riding his motorbike. While this particular piece was captured on Colorado Street Bridge in Pasadena, a concrete arch bridge that spans the Arroyo Seco.
A lot of
Despite its
suicides.
splendid feat of engineering, the bridge has a long history of death and despair, and has a reputation as a suicide hotspot.
Yeah.
Even when it was being constructed, it said one of the workers fell to his death and sunk into the wet cement below. After its completion in 1912, and during the Great Depression in the early 1930s, a high number of jumpers were recorded, and one in particular was very sad. A young mother called Martel Ward took her 3-year-old daughter Louise to the bridge, with the intention of ending both their lives in 1937.
She's gonna kill her
She threw the
toddler?
baby first and then jumped herself. Miraculously, Louise hit a pepper tree that broke her fall, and she landed on soft earth. Myrtle wasn't so lucky and plunged 100 feet to her death. Today the
Ooh, that's
problem of the bridge
sad.
is so bad that recently the authorities have erected 8-feet barriers to try and deter people from taking their lives, and scattered around the bridge are crisis hotline numbers and appeals. So knowing the history of the bridge, this footage is particularly eerie and worrying. It shows Cora MK2 riding with his friends across the bridge, when a young girl comes into shot. She has a flowery dress on and is just stood alone near the fence smiling.
What?
As the bikes pass, they become concerned that maybe the girl is thinking of jumping, so they stopped to go back and make sure she was okay. But on their return, she is nowhere to be seen, not even on the bridge. No suicides
What?
were
Was it a
reported after the
ghost?
sighting, but Cora MK2, whose original video you should watch to get more of an understanding on the situation, can't understand where she would have gone, since she most likely couldn't have walked off the bridge in the time they turned back around. So who was she? Why was she alone on the bridge at
It's a
night?
freaking
And
ghost!
what was her intentions? Some think she could have even been the ghost of a previous jumper. If anyone recognizes her, or knows what happened,
Yo.
then it would be good to
Well, it's
solve
hard
this
to
mystery.
recognize her from that. It's not very... Alright, guys. Yep. 5 incredibly creepy and unexplained events caught on camera. Ooh, this video was creepy. That, I was gonna say those darn... Oh, sorry, I just bumped it. Those darn trail cams or those hunting cameras that hunters set up or people just set up on their land to catch photos. I see a lot of creepy pictures and videos from those things. That first one, or the girl in the middle of the woods, like, what the... Ugh. That was creepy. The thing too with the Kinect, I've seen that on Ghost Adventures a lot, where they like catch a stick figure moving and stuff. I don't know what to say. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this reaction, please make sure and smack the like button and subscribe if you're new. If you have another video you want me to check out, comment down below. But until next time guys, peace.